welcome to the second video of sharing people's art. Now I am changing this a bit so that it's going to be bi-weekly, so instead of posting up every week, I'll post up every 2 weeks. Also, I'm no longer charging DeviantArt points for it, I'm doing them for free currently, so just message me and we'll see what we can do, and you might show up on the next Sharing People's Art segment. Now, let's get to the intro. As you can see, this week we're featuring 9TailedJackal. He is a writer and he is writing the novel Aberration as well as a few other novels. He is a great writer. I think his stories are fantastic myself, and I think you should check him out. Click here if you want to be linked to his entire gallery, where you can check out not only his Aberration novel, but also his other novels to the left. They're all linked in the folders. And then you can click down here if you want to be linked to his Aberration novel. Now let's get started with the plot, why don't we? The story is set in parallel future, a world where dark matter and matter exist together, melting into the air. The atmosphere buzzes with volatile energy, and the line between stability and instability is incredibly thin. The line wavers sometimes, causing storms and hurricanes to occur. All islands are braced together with metal to keep them from being torn apart. Also, we have cultists in the story, and those who have strayed from the cultist path, and those who have been turned into machine-like things by the people who have strayed from the cultist path. We have the catalyst, the true cultists who only sometimes press demonic influence to others without their consent, but usually they get consent first. Then there are the syringes, who are truly evil and have strayed from the original path of the cultists. They implement demonic influence to anyone they wish. They don't really care, I'm guessing, as they strayed from the peaceful path, or the generally peaceful path. And then there are the aberrations, who have been aberrated by the syringes and are turned into the machine-like things I mentioned against their will. All of them lose their sapience, or, well, most of them do. Some manage to keep it, or maybe they don't, maybe they do. You should read to find all out, because I'm blabbering, I don't want to give away the entire story. Anyhow, back to the story. The syringes one day find a sapience in the middle of one of the storms. They attempt to control the consciousness, however, they are nearly killed in the end. But the sapience allows them to live, and since then, aberrations begin to grow stronger, fiercer, and more organized, as if something had given them intelligence. Also, apparently the moon is unnatural, apparently watching us. God, can you imagine if the moon turned out to be alive and was just watching us? It was like a weird, strange entity that might want us all dead and might want to engulf us all into darkness. That would be pretty friggin' scary. And it hints at that, or something like that, in the story. You should really read it. Read the preview of Aberration. It gives you, well, a preview of the story, and that's sort of what I'm doing now. But it tells you actually more, while also telling you less of you actually reading the story. Now, okay, let's get moving on because I'm babbling again. There are a few main characters in the story, such as King, a jackal shuck, who is obviously tying something important to the story, as you find out when you read the preview linked right here. And then there's Yana, a jackal shuck as well, although she is a predator while Cain is an accidental harvester. Now, Yana is one of my personal favorites. She's just cool. I love her character, and I think you will too when you read the story. And then we have a syringe, Ula, and an aberrated Jolgon called Siya-ish. Or, that is, if I'm pronouncing it right. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but as far as I know, it's Siya-ish. And now, definitions of shuck and predator are as stated here. Shuck. Shuck are anthropomorphic animals in 9TailedJackal stories that generally have an array of magical powers. They stand at generally 6 feet or more tall, and they are capable of turning into predators by eating the flesh of either another shuck or of a human. Cannibalism is quite common in predators as they develop an insatiable thirst and hunger for either the blood or flesh of another shuck or of a human. Those are your definitions for the day, folks. Now, since Anna, my dog, is not quite happy with me for putting her in the camera line, I'm I'm going to say who the Jolgon are. They are used to be the most feared beings in the planet before the syringes popped up. They emit radiation and are quite a pain to deal with, dead or alive. And they also are, well, I can't say much about them because I haven't really read much of information about them and have only read a bit about Olaf. So if you want to find out more about them, you're going to have to read, as well as I'm going to have to read. Now let's get to the excerpt, which I will be reading out in just a moment because I want to have to switch between my computer to the camera. So just a moment. Be ready to hear the excerpt. Okay, so hi. I am going to read this out now. So this is just part of the preview. I already linked you to it, but here's a link again in case you haven't clicked it. And I'm going to read out part of the preview. This may not make total sense until you read it, so go ahead and read it. But for now, listen to me trying to read this out. Why do you name a heart? Kane asked, changing the subject. Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered why it doesn't feel right? Why it feels like there's something strange about it? Yeah, it's watching you. What? It's watching us. It's watching everyone. But it's too weak to break its endless cycle. We need that heart, and we will get from you eventually. We will wake the moon. What happens when it wakes? We win. How? We teach nature to kill. Kill what? Nature. Why do you want to kill nature? And how does the moon fit into any of this? Nature rejected us. Once the moon wakes, everything will be forced to embrace our teachings. Everything will self-destruct. You're a desiccator, aren't you? No. Then what are you? We are nothing. Nothing is perfect. Therefore, we are perfect. What are you? Give me a real answer. We are nothing. When nothing is left, we remain. I want a straight answer. We are nothing. Nothing exists forever. We are forever. Now, you have to admit that does pique your interest, at least a little bit. I mean, if you don't have any interest in it, then I have no idea what you are interested in, unless it's something I don't want to know. But yes, the story's interesting. I've read it, so I'm not just saying this from a summary I've read. I've read the entire thing up to the day he's posted it, and it is good. It is worth reading. You won't be sorry. And you really should just not be watching the end of this video because you should be reading the story. Now, a few things have happened in the story, such as the introduction of another aberration, of another syringe who is affiliated with a pirate salvage crew, the most badass platypus you have ever seen, and if you like platypuses or love them already, you will love this guy, because he is the best platypus I've seen. And if you like weird, funny things, some mild comedy, as some situations are funny, a bit of action, some sci-fi, you'll like this. Okay, that's end. Thank you for watching. Tell your friends. Seriously, again, go check the guy out. Here's a link to his page, his gallery, and the folder where Aberration is. And bye. Have a good week. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Please comment, fave, subscribe. Send me messages if you want to be in Shiny People's art video. Again, there will be none this weekend, but there will be one next weekend. So, just so you know, but I do need someone who actually wants me to share their art. So, I'll need to be contacted for that. Again, it's free. Thank you for looking at the video. Please share it, and that's pretty much it. Expect another video in a few days. So, bye! For real this time.